Glad I seen the chat from the last stream. Good question. I don't know. Did he not close out of your browser? Did he never close the tab with my stream in it? That's the only reason I can think of why I would still be there. I got the tea. Today's tea is green tea. Green tea. Coffee. Green tea. Coffee. Green tea. Got it. I also have a little bit of a cough today. I have no idea how detrimental that is going to be. Green tea. Coffee. Exactly. I love this Yoda Rabbit. That's a good anime. Sick? I don't know. I've had a runny nose for the past month because it's been cold. I don't think I've been sick for an entire month, and I'm only now getting a cough from it. But if I am getting sick, then that's going to be horrible because the Amazon 0.4 releases in what, 18 hours? I forgot. I don't know the time zone for when they release this. Usually it's a couple hours after when I start streaming. Which is why I have to wait until the next day. Tank the sickness! I must become strong! Become immune! Come on, body, fight it off! Do your weird bacteria killing thing that you do. I don't know how you do it, just do it. I'll leave it up to you. Oh, tea is hot. I mean, now to hope it is. Better to be hot than to be room temperature. God forbid I drink room temperature tea. Oh no. Ah! Sanguine jump scare. Cool. So, yesterday, we finally finished all the Sumeru character story quests. Counting Yoimiya, even though she's technically an Inazuma character, but her Act 2 story quest was added at the end of the Sumeru update cycle. You know what I mean? So now I can finally start LYNEY. Which also means I unlocked Kave. Kave's hangout event. Well, you see, the thing about character hangout events is... So LYNEY... The plan for today is LYNEY's character story quest. We're not looking at the hangouts. Don't look at them, they don't exist. There. The Forgotten Thief. Is this gonna be some kind of... what is it called? Persona Phantom Thief story? I don't know, but LYNEY has always given me Persona vibes. He just does. The Phantom Thief's reappearance. The bustling streets in the Court of Fontaine seem more lively than usual. Why not take a walk around? How are they more lively? What happened? Is LYNEY putting on a show? Meow. What'll they be stealing? Cards. Hey, isn't that Charlotte? Oh, never mind. I know what Paimon is saying. Paimon didn't have time to read her dialogue before we got sucked into the void. Oh. I see. So you can't believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards... Guard is... How do you pronounce this? I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache. But however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
I couldn't agree more! As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Ah! Hey! What a coincidence! A fancy meeting you here! Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts? Demon King? Sacred Stone? Secret Stone. Demon King. Phantom Weasel. Warning letter. Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing about this one. Could you clue us in? Huh? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it. Oh, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine, known only as the Weasel. Nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him. Oh, cool! You sound like one of those mysterious night burglars that you read novels about. Precisely! Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. Sounds like an absolute weirdo. I know! The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich and pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars. Yeesh. So, did they catch him? Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a horde of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Place for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one. Oh. They got the stereotypical, a bunch of different fonts posted, stickies onto the paper, so they can't be tracked down by their handwriting. So this is the warning letter? Ah, see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when the evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold dear, most dear at the opera house, just as you did to me 10 years ago. This is without a doubt a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. Oh, what once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why is he re-emerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it. Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted? He might try to nab you, little pipeline. Ah! The pirate doesn't want to get kidnapped! Oh, he'll have to go through you first. You won't stop him, right? 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 Sure, Paimon. Why did you hesitate? Don't worry about it, Paimon. It's a fake taking the name. Maybe. I would not be surprised if somebody was pretending to be the Phantom Thief. I'm also not sure if this Phantom Thief is LYNEY or somebody else. It could be LYNEY himself, because why not? Or maybe it's a totally innocent letter that's not at all related to the Phantom Thief. Maybe LYNEY is like... He's upset at another performer and the opera Epicles who stole the spotlight from him. So LYNEY is, quote, stealing the spotlight from the opera house. Metaphorically. I don't know. Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance. Let's see. Got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. That should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing though. Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Oh, is that how I think it is? LYNEY. Looks like he's performing some magic. As he do. Look at him go. Look at the cards go. Oh, he burned them. That's such a waste of cards. Why would you burn them? Magic. Just Phantom Weasel. Secret Stone. Demon King. Let's hear it. Let's go interview LYNEY. You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too. And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there. Cause do you accidentally press enter when you're trying to press backspace? Are you serious? What sort of deduction is that? Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay. Delay. The Forgotten Thief. Yo! Oh great, shorter voice. I really need to figure out how to do shorter voices. Why can't I replay it? Why can't I go back and do it? Have you seen Magic Kaito Kid? No. I have no idea what that is. Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer, and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
Of course. Really? Then what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind. As if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess.
Oh, I'm not allowed to cheat.
And now you're getting a little flustered. Trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. The more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out.
No, not really. I was kind of thinking about cats. I was hoping you would have said cats.
Oh, dang it. Yeah, I didn't say that one.
It's basically this what where... Kemi, are you sleepy? Did you get any sleep? Are you struggling to type? That's your second message within the past 2 minutes that I don't understand. It's basically this show or game where a Phantom Thief disappeared, comes back again. Because the original Phantom Thief was his dad, but he died. Oh. I feel like I've heard a couple stories like that before. I don't think any of them were Phantom Thief specifically. Hey Benny! Welcome to the stream, thank you for following. I'm trying to think of what I'm thinking of that has that sort of trope. Where somebody's dad dies, and so their kid takes up their mantle and starts doing what their dad was doing. First one I can think of was Spider-Man. I think Into the Spider-Verse? Or no, his dad was in Spider-Man. He just looked up Spider-Man. Never mind. Dang it. I don't know. So I was literally sleeping until I got a notification. Oh, you just now woke up. Nice. Stretch! Okay, fine, I'm stretching. I mean, you redeemed it. If you redeemed the stretch, that means you have to stretch with me. If you're not also stretching, then you're doing it. Up, down. Stretch with me, stand up. Come here, you're safe. This is optional. You can stretch if you want, but you don't have to. There we go. Got it. Also, you cannot see here, but if you look to the bottom right... if you look to the bottom right corner of the screen, Paimon is peeking at us from the distance. I just now noticed her. I don't know why I find that so funny, I just do. She's hiding there. I'll have to stretch out for work in a minute. Oh, true. Dang it. Paimon jump scare. The Paimon threat is looming in the distance.
You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. No, that's not a good habit.
You can tell? Oh boy. You really can read my mind.
Of course. And that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Not reading home. I can be. Remember to apologize to your family, alright? They must be worried about you.
Alright, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician. Hi. Hello. How did it go? Hey, LYNEY.
Why, hello! We meet again. Are you looking for me? What was the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Dang it. Why is everybody like this?
Does he not tell people his name? His name is LYNEY. What do you mean? Everybody knows he's LYNEY. He puts on shows at the opera house. Everybody knows him.
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would like to differ. Seems like you are right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. Plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me.
He got called Mr. Magician. I mean... Imagine you're a kid who's just walking around the streets of somewhere like, I don't know, New York. And on the side of the street you see a street performer, like, playing music. And your parents give you, like, a couple dollars or something and say, here, go put this in their tip hat. And so you go up to the magician and say, good, nice music, Mr. Music Man person. I don't know your name, but good music. You know? It's that kind of thing. He's a street performer.
You guys, on the other hand, let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Oh, got it in one. Is this more of your trickery at work?
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, LYNEY, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance? Also, while I'm here... LYNEY. LYNEY. Nobody's allowed to diss me for not calling him LYNEY. Because in JP it's LYNEY. It's not LYNEY.
To be honest, it makes me angry.
LYNEY. Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Ah! Okay, so it's not LYNEY, but like I said, it's probably another performing magician who's going to steal the spotlight from LYNEY, metaphorically. Dang, the Phantom Thief is taking a spotlight. I know, right? What are the chances? Oh, wait a minute. You don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally.
Are they gonna kill him? LYNEY's gonna burn him with magic cards and cat in the hats? Hot cats?
And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter got out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Thief's identity before the show begins.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see the live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
You're being far too modest, LYNEY. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment. Though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. I'm not sure if I want to be better better at doing inscrutable things than a thief. But thanks. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without a person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
Poof. It's gone! Where'd it go?
That's the question. Where did it go? There lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see. Did you shove it into Paimon's secret stash? Oh, flower. It's right there! But how? You had it the whole time! Magic, Paimon. Magic. I like this because we're getting the perspective of people trying to catch the Phantom Thief. We usually get the Phantom Thief's perspective and there's an expert always trying to catch them. I feel like the only Phantom Thief perspective that I can think of is Persona. I haven't really watched any other media watching their the thief's perspective, but I have seen several media that are about detectives, like Inspector Gadget, Ace Attorney, Detective Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu the movie. I love Phantom Thief combat. Not combat, content. I don't really know any Phantom Thief content at all. What an outstanding trick! Sorry, LYNEY. It seems my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is a superior art form to theft.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just want to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. But since Caesar's death... words. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. That can be quite frustrating.
Why does this sound familiar? I can imagine. Coming back to your trick now, might I presume that you're well versed in floral symbolism? In what? I've only seen Kaito Kid and Persona 5 Lord. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh. I don't even know what Kaito Kid is. I can't think of any other Phantom Thief stuff. Is Miraculous Ladybug any kind of Phantom Thief? I've never seen Miraculous Ladybug, so I don't know anything about it. But I know one of the characters is a cat guy. He seems like he's some kind of cat burglar. Well, like just a superhero. Darn. For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters. But you used a Lumido's bell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there's any deeper meaning behind this choice.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidoi's bells in my magic. It's probably the regional specialty that I use for character ascension. I assume.
Nah, he's just a guy in a cat suit who has the power of destruction. Wait a second. LYNEY is like a Phantom Thief magician and also has a lot of cat motifs. And the cat boy Miraculous Ladybug is a cat boy who looks like a Phantom Thief. And he also has the power of destruction. Therefore, LYNEY has the power of destruction. These connections totally make sense. Can you tell why I'm really bad at detective games? Can you tell why I hated the Fontaine Archon story quest?
It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But I'll have to wait until this Phantom Weasel business is behind us.
Why do I feel like this flower knowledge is going to be important at some point during the quest? In order to solve the crimes. Noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I'll of course see you at your show in 3 days' time. But let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then. Where's the police in Fontaine? There are some guards. And Gardamex, like robot guards. I forgot what they're called though. There is police. And there's also Navia's group, the Marshall Hunters. No, wait. Or is Clearly the Marshall? What was Navia's group called? She's part of a whole detective agency. They're also sort of like undercover police. They're in tech with the Phantom Thief stories. They're somewhere around. Technically, the only playable characters we have that are closest to police are Clorinde and Real Thessaly. But Real Thessaly is more like a prison warden, and Clorinde is more like a bounty hunter. Like an official government bounty hunter. I don't know what that's called. Undercover police sounds awesome. Yeah, Navia's really cool. Spina de Rosula, that's what her group was called. Navia's the leader of the Spina de Rosula. And she's got a whole bunch of fancy guys in black suits and sunglasses. And they do detective work. More big words! Welcome to Fontaine. The area is inspired by France. Expect big words. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here. And I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later. So, LYNEY, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Oh. Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done. You feel it too, right? So itchy. The Phantom Weasel. It's you! I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to handle him, right?
Not so witchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistant and help me investigate?
Magician's assistant? That sounds fun. Assistants are technically magicians too. Magicians never share their secrets. Until somebody dies on set, and then the lead magician is accused of being the culprit, and he's put on trial, so he has to explain his whole entire elaborate setup for the whole magic show to explain why he's innocent. Suddenly he has to share secrets. Is that for Penn and Teller? I don't know who those two are. Also, helping us one step closer to figuring out how this darn trick is done. Shall we go for it? What's your plan?
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the Weasel is dead. And whoever wrote the warning letter is just a copycat criminal. Again, emphasis on the cat motif. There's a lot of that.
Why does this keep happening? It's a TV show. Oh, I don't watch any TV shows. The only TV shows I can remember are a couple of specific ones, like Steven Universe and Gravity Falls. Other than that, it's all anime. And most of the like home TV videos I watched when I was growing up were on movies, not shows. Yeah, copycat. I just watched YouTube videos of Penn and Teller. Oh. Maybe if I look up an image I could recognize it. Probably not. But I'll try. Penn and Teller fool us? Oh! It's real people! I don't think I can think of any TV show I watched that was live action. It was all cartoons. It was all animated. Okay. I forgot I've already read this or not already. Instantly.
But if he wasn't the Weasel, well, that'd make things more interesting. It would mean that the Weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée, Gemma, is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Gift of parting. A flower accessory given away by LYNEY at his magic shows. It is an arrangement of luminous spells, which symbolize parting. Is this foreshadowing? Oh no. Usually they know what's connected to the old one, don't they? Maybe. Again, I don't know anything about detective shows or media. Or Phantom Thief media. I'm really bad at detectiving. Imagine MC just nomming the flower. She would do that. Stell would more. If I was playing Honkai Star Rail, Stell would absolutely nom on the flower. Traveler, maybe. Perhaps. Boing, 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 boing. Wait, oh god, stamina. Yeah! Nailed it. Zero Manga Star is really unhinged. I feel like out of any video game ever with any self-insert main character, Stell is my #1 favorite one. She's just the best. Better than Traveler, or Bella Wise, or Dante, or Sensei. Trying to think of other self-insert characters. Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy? I don't know. All the self-insert player characters in Splatoon. Hi, Lynette. How How are you, 4-star character who doesn't get her own character story quest, but LYNEY does? Huh? I'm sorry. You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into Yorichi and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Annette. We're looking as LYNEY's temporary assistants in the investigation on the Phantom Weasel. Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Genma? Gemma? That's not Genma. Why did I think it was Genma?
No, I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, you won't get anywhere by standing around and waiting. Yorichi, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Ask. I'll wait for you here and see if Gemma shows up. Asking did not work. Dang it. You, Balthazar.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know Gemma? Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiancé? Sure I do. What's this about? I'm just trying to get a hold of her, because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot. Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why, either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself.
Do you know why LYNEY has cat ears in the tail? Do we know why LYNEY does not have cat ears in a tail? Imagine this. In real life, a dad with brown hair and a mom with black hair. What color hair is all 10 of their children? Not the same. So imagine, in a video game, a dad with cat ears, a mom with no cat ears. What are all of their children? Not the same. I had to explain this exact same thing to my sister when she got to Fontaine just last week. Just because one person has cat ears, that doesn't mean all their siblings also needs to have cat ears. It's like hair color. I was thinking the dad was very much into cat girls. That would also make sense. But that doesn't mean the dad has a cat boy. I read this.
I asked her what she was doing once, and she said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear from her grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé about how her life is going.
So, the dead Phantom Thief's wife resurrected him, and now he's back. Oh no. And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? So, 10 years? Oh, the love must have been really strong. Wish he was a cat boyo too. Yeah, me too. But at least he has cat motifs in his animations. Good enough.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years.
I wonder, if LYNEY had cat ears, how many people would compare him to Seth in Zone Zero? Their personalities feel so similar for some reason, even though their jobs and their occupations are entirely different. And also Seth is a wolf boy. But I just can't help. I don't know why they seem so similar to me. Maybe just because I do the exact same voice for both of them. I think Seth is more naive and he is more mysterious. True. Yeah, it's probably just because of the voice. I pay too much attention to their voices. Surely they don't have the same voice actor, right? Surely.
I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay.
Even though Seth looks older than LYNEY, he's trying his best. He's a boy failure, but he's trying his best. He's got the spirit. He has heart. He has determination. That's all he needs.
Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people. Alright, well, thanks for sharing all this with us. We'll keep asking around. You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
You think someone can kidnap Seth with catnip? But he's a wolf boy! What do wolves like? Wolves? No, Wolf's Bane. Wolf's Bane is like the opposite, isn't it? Bone. Somebody could lure Seth with a bone. I'm sure that would work. Somehow. I thought he was a cat boy. I mean, it's close enough. Furry ears, furry tail. He's just a little more fluffy. Or no, wait, is he a wolf or a dog? He might be a dog. Because Lycan is already a wolf. This is you. Seth. I cannot spell! Got it. Seth Lowell. Probably says somewhere on the wiki. Somewhere. Bio! Combat info. Availability. No! Dang it. Lore! I'm reading. It doesn't say. Dang it. Says they're looking officer in public security. Criminal investigations. Academy, high position. Special response team. Ah. Dang it. Wait, what? What? Ah! Trivia. Despite being a cat Theron, Seth's uniform resembles that of a K9 unit. What? Oh my god, Seth is a cat. There's no way. There's no way. Although I don't know about JP voice actor, doesn't say it, but it also says Seth Lowell shares the same English voice actor as Al Hytham in Genshin Impact, not LYNEY. He's a cat. I've never thought of Seth as a cat. He's either a dog or a wolf. It says his police uniform is a K9 uniform. He's clearly a dog, right? Is just probably a cat because he pairs with Jane the rat? Dang it. I hate this. I'm upset. Why is he not a dog boyo? I liked it that he was a dog boyo. Now I'm upset. Disappointed. Oh well. My day is ruined. Did you hear the news? They're saying a Phantom Weasel is back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. Charlotte really needs to stop pumping out anything and everything she hears. It's misleading. But what if... Just hypothetically, I mean. What if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Called it? Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? The guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the streets, for Pete's sake. What? Are you supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
So he was Pennywise. Got it. Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heavens when the police announced the news? You were all, the car's starting the house, you son of a... You think you know a guy. Or words to that effect. Is this the closest Genshin Impact has ever been to putting a swear in the game? They're trying to flip the stereotype where the cat plays with the rat and Jane instead, aren't they? Oh, yeah, that does make sense. It's like Tom and Jerry. Seth and Jane are just Tom and Jerry, but anime mode.
Wait, did I say that? Huh. I don't seem to recall.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel.
Oh, it is basically Tom and Jerry. Yeah! It's the cat chasing the mouse, but it's backwards.
We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar? You've come to the right people. Yeah, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from inside.
Wow, magic.
I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once, but for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids. They'll come to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show. Ah, he doesn't sound like such a bad guy. I just realized since they have actual magic, not our magicians that impressive. Oh boy. Now I have to somehow get to the whole explanation that visions and elements are not magic. I don't know how to explain it. That's just how it is. I don't know. It's weird. It's elements. Completely natural control of natural elements. Not unknown, indescribable magic. Nothing mysterious. The one thing that's mysterious about elements is where visions come from. But I mean, most people just assume it's gifts from gods. Gifts from the heavens. They just chalk it up to gods. Which is, I guess, again, technically not magic, more religion? I guess? It's like, you wouldn't call praying to God in Christianity a magic ritual, would you? I think it's that kind of thing. Visions and elemental powers are religious things instead of magic. Trying to think of if there's other kinds of magic in Genshin aside from the elements. There's the abyss. Although I guess the abyss is more like space. It's just space. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know. The criteria for what exactly is defined as magic is really weird. But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel's back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more.
Well, there's Paimon, who just floats and no one really blinks an eye. Yeah, true. I guess it's basically the same as Seelies. A lot of people compare Paimon to Seelies, which are fairies or angels. I guess technically mythological creatures are not magical creatures. I don't know. Blinking. He is blinking very frequently for some reason. I don't know why. Oh.
I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time.
Imagine there are just a bunch of floating babies in the wild. Oh no. You know, that's just the forest gnomes playing tricks. Nothing to be concerned about. Nothing weird or magical here.
Oh, speak of the devil, that's her over there. If you got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon or does something look wrong? She looks like a zombie or ghost. Wait, I don't think she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay. Okay, so I get it now. I understand the whole plot. I understand everything. She wanted to talk to her husband so badly that she did some sort of cultic ritual where she had to like injure herself in order to resurrect him, and now he's back and he's doing things again. That's why she looks like a zombie. I'm so smart. Oh, we're here now. Hi there. You're Gemma, right? Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you? And what do you want with me?
My name's LYNEY, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name is Paimon, and here's Yuriti. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel. I keep saying Germa every time I see Gemma. I keep saying Genma. Like with Genma. I don't know why. Why couldn't it just be spelled with a single M? It would have been so much easier.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You know Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I can think of. Not that I know of.
Got it. Alright, sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him. Did someone frame him as a Phantom Thief? That is the question. We don't know. We gotta find out somehow. Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her. She's lying. She definitely knows something. Perhaps she simply doesn't trust us?
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who just showed up and started questioning about things that happened a whole decade ago. Makes sense she'd be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Board tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
We still have so many questions. Wait until next morning. I'll get it, lady. My favorite gameplay mechanic. Oh, no more waiting. Darn. No more of my favorite gameplay mechanic. We still have so many questions, like, is Caesar actually the Phantom Weasel? Or was he framed? Is he still alive? Is somebody else pretending to be the Phantom Weasel and posted the thingy, the warning on that publication yesterday? I don't know. I don't know who's who. There could be like 4 different people involved here. Who are all guilty.
Over here.
Hi. Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, I need a contingency plan.
What should we do?
Today we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to the rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets. and he inherited his craft. Before long, Lorenzo was the big magician in town. His fame surpassing even that of his master. It made him very wealthy. He has since left the magic scene though, and these days he's a wealthy businessman with fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned though, I hear he's got a hair trigger temper.
What does that mean?
We'd best be careful.
I have no idea what the expression hair trigger means. Dr. Lorenzo! Boop. Oh god, loading the screen. Oh god, it's daytime. Light. Flashbang. Blind. Hold on, me. Adjust my screen. There. Got it. Hello! Well, never mind. Goodbye. Must mean his temper is as thin as a hair? I'm guessing. That's all I can think of.
Lorenzo.
What do you sound like? Where? Oh yeah, he sounds evil. Oh, he mad already. Oh yeah. Oh hey look, another bot. Paimon, banish him to the abyss. There they go.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you. My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day. Forget the pleasantries. Just sit. Aye, Captain.
Sit. Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he said. He looks pretty happy about when he's stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking. Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic.
Did he look happy? I don't know. But I mean, he stopped questioning the fact that we were here, so I guess that means he's happy. Apparently. I didn't think he was happy, but Paimon said so. I'll take Paimon's word for it.
Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who... What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it? Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility. Possibility? It's a fact, LYNEY. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you.
Wow, rude much. Sometimes I feel like Paimon is always just saying things, but I guess it's just all your shortcutting gestures and expressions with Paimon just saying it. Oh shoot, you're right. It's like all the times that they fade to black and explain what happened in text instead of showing it with any kind of picture or dialogue. Oof.
The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that. So do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses. Oh, sir, I'm honored, really, but this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet. It must meet their challenge head on.
Ah, so the Phantom Thief must be lighter. I get it now.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do? I want to find out the Phantom Thief's true identity. Thieves. I keep saying thieves. I'm too used to Persona. The Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago. What would that accomplish? And what did the events of 10 years ago have to do with you anyway? Look, you of all people should know that the magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. Dead men tell no tales. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward. No, Paimon, it's not getting awkward. It's getting heated, intense. It's turning into an argument. That's not awkward. By the way, was the name of siblings assassins? I forgot their lower father. Sort of? A little bit, not a lot. They are trained in combat. They're capable of being assassins. Basically, Alakino adopted a bunch of children to the House of the Hearth and taught them all a lot of combat-related stuff, how to fight, including some assassination techniques. And they're also good at mostly staying low, or laying low, or being undercover. Which is especially why LYNEY and Let are both magicians. Not sure about assassins specifically, though. I'm close enough.
Lorenzo? Was that you? It is you! I know that big booming voice anywhere!
Your voice is more big and booming than his.
What's up, my man? Wanna grab a drink with me? Another day. I'm busy. Ah, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say, you live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
This guy is hesitating in his words. I feel like he's saying something very scripted to try getting Lorenzo out of this conversation with LYNEY. Also, I think they should have made Lorenzo drink first before questioning him. Shoot, dang it, you're right. Unless they're not alcoholic drinks.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Oh, never mind, that's why his words are delayed. He's drunk. Okay.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Oh, hey! I'm Edmundo.
Why do your name sound familiar?
He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times. This is your first time meeting him? He's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40? 30-something? Anyway, the point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And is still into, from what I hear. Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Really hard to tell that he is drunk. Does his voice sound like it?
30代後半になっても彼女がいないのは納得だ。好きな奴はいるが、何年かけて口説いても応じてもらえなかった。なんて噂もあるし。
What about the one with the dots? Where'd it go? Where was it? Oh.
あんたと来たら毎日商売のことしか頭にないんだからな。このままだといずれ持たなくなるぞ。たまには自分自身の生活の方にも気を使ってやれよ。
Yeah, he doesn't sound very drunk. The most amount of drunk he sounds is when he says the word zo. That's a stereotypical Japanese drunk person talk thing. But his tone, inflections, all that stuff, the pacing, nah, he's just talking.
Sorry. I may have had a little too much to drink. Alright, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard. I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, LYNEY, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Like I said, he sounds so evil. Lorenzo is definitely the guy who put the warning letter. Bye, Lorenzo. You'll not be missed.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
There is something strange about him. His voice sounds like a bad guy voice. Totally. Not to call out about compensating you for your losses. Without somebody you've just met making an offer like that.
I mean, he is wearing very bright, saturated purple clothes. Usually that's a rich person thing.
He's gotta be hiding something. Not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. You need to look into Lorenzo more closely. Let's break into his house.
What?
What? The guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Wait, also, while I'm here, before I forget, do I already have these? Yes, I have recipes. Yay. Nice dark mode loading screen. Thank goodness it is nighttime. I'm saved. Also, I probably need to go refill my tea. It is empty. I really don't know where down my voice before the Xenozone 1.4 update comes out. Oh no. Oh god, he's dying. Oh dear. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Go refill my tea. Break time. Wow! Wait. Wait. Oh dear. Some reason as soon as I went to go get the tea, I started hiccuping. Now I have hiccups. Make it stop! Oi. doing voices is going to be difficult while hiccuping. Oh. Say I'm not a fish very fast. I'm not a fish, 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 I'm not a fish. Is that enough times? Does that help? Oh hey, I'm not hiccuping, it worked. Didn't work? I think so. Well, now I feel like I need to hiccup, but it's not coming out. That's weird. Why does it do that? What did you do? What have you done to me? Magic. This is not a good thing. It's like the same feeling as when you need to sneeze, but it won't come out. It's not comfortable.
You okay there? Who are you? Oh, you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. Just need to write it out. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats with Lorenzo around. When Lorenzo's around.
Have you played Infinity, Nikki? No, I've not. I don't know how to feel about Infinity, Nikki. Probably because I haven't seen any of its story at all. I really don't like the graphics. I really hate high fidelity, hyper realistic graphics in video games, which the environments look like, and a lot of the particles, and the character models also look weird. I don't like the art style. The only thing that I kind of like is some of the dress designs, which is why, you know, that's the gotcha. So I won't even be allowed to use most of the dresses. Dress up however I want, because I'm not rich, and I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars on a gacha game. Any plans on a new gacha game? No! My plans on any new gacha game for the future would potentially be either Neverness to Everness or Ananda. One of those two. Those two look interesting. I like their art styles. I like their environments. I like their monster designs. I like their characters. The story looks neat. Most of those things do not apply to Infinity Nikki. I don't know anything on Infinity Nikki's story at all. It seems like... What little I know is that you're in a fantastical magic world, and there's a bunch of fairies and pixies and little forest creatures around the world, and you can run around and interact with them and collect them. That sounds like it's a Barbie game. It sounds like a Barbie game. TV otter. Exactly! Can you think of any other video game that has a boss fight, which is a gigantic otter standing on its hind legs with a TV head, fighting you with cockroach bug spray while you are extremely tiny? I don't think so. Exactly, a Barbie game. A Barbie gotcha game. It's a boss. Yeah, it's a boss fight. A lot of the enemies in Neverness to Heavenness have a lot of very unique designs. I am very interested in them. That is the mascot. No, it's not a mascot. I mean, technically it's not an enemy. It is a friend. I assume they'll be on our side. Maybe we'll have more interactions with him, like Pom Pom in Honkai Star Rail. But for the first meeting, the characters seem to get shrunk down by a magical house thingy. And so when the otter sees them, it thinks that they're a bunch of cockroaches. So they start freaking out. But if the otter recognized the characters as people, then the otter would probably be a lot nicer. I'm guessing, based on me not understanding any Chinese whatsoever. Can't wait for the Paimon boss fight. Yeah, I can't wait for when Paimon turns against us and transforms into the magical cube lady and it just demolishes us. How exciting. So he was serious about trying to cut you off? Ugh, I knew he was a bad egg.
Hey, keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions or make an enemy out of him. Like, kind of bad things. Don't even ask. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
Oof. Well, there goes our lead. And there he goes. Oh, what do we do now, LYNEY?
Let's break into his house already.
Again, why?
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening into our whole conversation. Don't say anything. Don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards.
See, there aren't police, there's guards.
You'd better take this elsewhere.
I don't know if I can see any guards. Oh, here's one. This the police. Hi there. Funny way of saying guards. It's the French way of saying guards. I guess. Also, oh no. The characters requested to bring me here. Please don't suck me up into the world quest. Please tell me I'll be out of range of the world quest here. Oh dear. There's also a side quest back there.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
Wait, why do these people look kind of like the Spina de Rosula? These people look like they work for Navia. Probably not, though. They're probably just reusing the NPC model or something.
So you're LYNEY? And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice.
I don't like the pitch of your voice.
Hey! Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, Missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going, capiche?
It's Lorenzo's goons. Yeah, probably. They're definitely too mean to be the Spina.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. No, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this. By the time Travis got this, I'm gonna hide now. Oh hey, trial LYNEY. They're trying their best. They are trying so hard. Look at them go. We just go over here. And then we go bop, bop, bop. There they go.
Curses! They're tougher than we thought. Why are all of these children at max level? They deal so much damage. Vision mirrors are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady. Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet. They got away. Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else? Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else. But who? Could it be Gemma? Gemma? You're right! She was injured when we saw her yesterday. She acted like she had something to hide. Oh no. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because this guy's had threatened her.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us when she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information out of her.
Oh dear. Oh jeez. Oh good golly gracious. Here we go again! Oh god, white loading screen. It is daytime. Actually, hold on. I want to see. I'm gonna go here first. Ah, white loading screen. See if I can find somebody. Not a granny, probably. Nyong. Nyong. Big guy. Are they not here? I thought this was their hideout. No. Darn. Now your goons are not here. I can't see what they look like. They wouldn't be underground in the city, would they? This is important, I swear. It's not. It's not important. I just feel like it. Nobody. Nobody. Not a one. Darn. Nobody here looks like they're from the spin up. I'm sad. Incoming! Hello. Are we having tea? Are we having a nice day? I brought my tea. I brought green tea. Green tea. Coffee. I see it's going well. Gemma! You again. What is it this time? We just ran into the man who's been threatening you. And we gave him a taste of their own medicine. So you can relax now. We're here to protect you. What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well. I hate them with every fiber of my being. Spent 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing this?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet. But I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay. How can I help?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sender. French words. Fleuve Sender. The E is probably silent. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Sender is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups looking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful. The Fleuve Sender! Oh god, this is where the flu comes from every winter. We gotta destroy that place.
Understood. Let you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert. If I'm not allowed to have my own character story quest, I at least want to eat dessert while you're gone.
I mean, bon appetit, but stay sharp too. I'll get to come for you while I'm away.
Hey, alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now. Why is Lynette acting like Chingy now? What do you mean power saving mode? This is another reminder that although Lynette always has a very straight face and a very soft, quiet voice, she actually enjoys being comedic. She is a magician, after all. Prioritize? How do you spell I don't know what tower it is. You mean prioritize? Like priority? Yeah? I think you just add RI in between the O and the T. Prioritize. Or is the S a Z instead? I forgot. Dang it! Prioritize. I think it's a Z. Pink. Prioritize the cake! Lynette, how's the cake? With me here, nothing will happen. I'm fueled by the cake. I am unstoppable. Okay, good. New surrender. Underground? Okay. What just happened? Excuse me. Hold on, let me try that again. Why is there a hole there? Whose idea was that? Also, every single time I come to this area in Fontaine, it immediately reminds me of that one map in VRChat, Kazuro. It is so similar. It is almost exactly the same. I love that Kazuro map. That's a really good world to explore. Hello?
If Gemma gave us the right location, the workshop should be right nearby. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shut them away first.
Yeah, I enabled the boxes aside. It looks like no one's been here in a long time.
There we go. Should be just down here. How convenient.
Enter. It's a dungeon! A magic workshop once used by Caesar. Judging by the pile of boxes at the entrance, nobody has come in a very long time. Even though it's a dungeon, which means there is most likely combat inside, but, here we go. Bringing a full team of all 4 5-star lollies. We will demolish everything. And also LYNEY is here. LYNEY is babysitting. Is it one of the VR worlds you sent? No, it's not one of the ones that I sent. The ones that I sent are all of the abstract backrooms type maps. But Kazuro is a VRChat map that's used for a specific VRChat roleplay group that I used to watch a lot of Twitch streams of. Like Ribbon Heart, Miss Universe, Lele, etc. So it's just an abstract backrooms kind of map. And it's more like it's just a really big map with a bunch of different sub-sections areas. Like there's a fire district, there's a whole plant forest area, there's the big ice room for cooling. And it's all connected together by a very similar sewer system to like this one. Or actually, there's 3 different worlds that are used for it. Because the VR10 role-playing group is so big that they can't fit everybody into one world, so they had to split it apart into 3 separate worlds. Just so they have 3 separate lobbies that people can bounce between. One of them is the Kazro Undercity, which is connected by all the sewers and has a bunch of different sub areas like the fire district with an incinerator, ice, plants, all that stuff. And then there's the Upper City, which is the more sci-fi, cyberpunk drawn themed area with lots of neon lights, smooth steel buildings. And then there's the outskirts, which is sort of like a desert. Like basically just imagine the outskirts in Zinla Zone Zero, but as a VR chat map. Lots of very scrappy buildings. And a big open vast desert expanse with sandworms. There's sandworms in there, they can beat you up. Sorry, so it's his at the workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. Some reason one of my favorite things to do in the Undercity map is there's this one fungus area with giant bioluminescent mushrooms, and in the far back of it there's an elevator that goes very far downwards in a big deep pit, a very dark pit, and they designed a scripted event for it to happen at one time during one specific stream during the RP event, and then never do it again. Where if you hit the lever on the elevator, then it'll start moving very slowly for a couple of seconds, then it'll snap and suddenly fall all the way down very quickly and land very, very loudly. Loud enough for anybody else in the entire map to hear from a distance as it echoes. And it's really cool. So when I was exploring the map myself, I just kept doing that over and over again. I just kept riding on the elevator. Because there is a button to respawn it, but in character, in roleplay, they're not supposed to respawn it. And then, obviously, at the bottom of that giant pit, there's a whole underground necromancer cult home base area, and there's a bunch of bones. It's like the Rotten Vale in Monster Hunter World. That's also really cool. And there's this whole building. Oh! What is that? Bear. Oh! Is this one of Caesar's gadgets? I guess he must have triggered some sort of device. Bink. Oh. Bink. Wow. Puzzle time? It's LYNEY's shooting gallery, I guess. Hello! I don't know what this 2 next to me means. It probably means something. I don't know what. Wow, these enemies are actually dealing some damage. Oh my gosh. Spray! Oh my gosh, they didn't die. Wow! They're so strong. I'm so proud. Oh, there they go. Oh, look! And the tail on the box is glowing! Let them go! Oh! Bonk! Bonk! Nice! Signaling can shoot both of them at the exact same time. Can LYNEY do that? I don't think so. That's why signaling is better. Also, I'm so curious now. Let me see if I can find... They probably made some kind of trailer for the map at some point on YouTube. VR chat. Callus Row. Undercity? Map. Or world. I wonder if I can find it somehow, somewhere. There's some VODs from the RP streams. I think it's all just VODs. I swear I've seen a trailer for it. What if I search for trailer? I want to see the map, it looks cool. Showed highlights. No. Dang it. How about this one? This is all I can find. an entire hour-long video of somebody walking around in the map and just looking around. That's the best I got. This is the water district, so there's this whole dock area with a lake and a waterfall. There's a hot springs over the side. You have fishing buildings. And over there is the sewers, which is where it connects to all the other districts. Hot springs. What else we got? Fire district. We got an incinerator. You have food stalls. And they sell hot food. Obviously. What else we got? There's the back of the florist area. Big tunnel. It was like a subway tunnel. It got overgrown with a bunch of plants. There's the fungus area. Giant mushrooms. Lots of purple. I like purple. This graphics reminded me of something, but I don't know. World of Warcraft? Maybe? I'm not sure. Back in this subway. Here's the main forest area. Another waterfall and tiny pool. Big plants, big flowers. There's a couple of tiny huts you can go inside of. They're little houses. You can see the undercity through the window. What else have we got? Fungi! More giant mushrooms! Oh, weird. Normally, whenever I went to the world and explored this area, it was very foggy. It was hard to see. Or no, not foggy. It was dark. Surprised I can see so clearly here. Normally, you need to bring a flashlight to go through this area. Oh, no, never mind. Here's where it's darker. I guess it gets darker further back. I forgot. Now we cannot see. Here's a couple of the houses. Mushroom huts you can go inside of. Very large VR chat map. You can see this video takes an entire hour just to walk around and look at everything. Here's the cooling ventilation system for the entire Undercity. It's just... I don't know, a giant iceberg? A glacier? It's a giant glacier with fans inside of it. They blow air into the city. That's how we cool down the city. From the desert outside. Here's the air district. Which, there's not really a lot of air in the air district. It's probably just the most... cyberpunk undercity themed area, I guess. Wish we had that at work. Oh no. Here's a view of the desert outside. And if you look straight down, I don't know if they do in this video, you can see a little bit of the third world. The desert world in VR chat. There's a little city. There's a bunch of scrap buildings. There's a volcano over there. There's also a whole event that they made. They made a fourth world that's inside of that volcano. And they fought against the lava god that was living inside the volcano. Because it was angry and threatening to destroy the city. That was a cool event. Don't worry about the cannon. That's definitely not for launching people at the volcano. Don't worry about it. Bunch of buildings. I think those are the most notable things aside from the underground area. There's a bar or restaurant. They have food and drinks. Here it is. See, this is the sewer connection area that I was talking about. That fontaine reminds me a lot of. It connects all the districts together. There's this area. Junk. The junkyard. Here's the elevator to go down to the desert city. Like, the way they do it out of character, like, or in character, I guess, is they walk over to this elevator, and as soon as they're standing on the elevator, and they just say that they hit the elevator to go down. They gotta quickly open their VR chat menu, go to their favorites list, find the Desert World lobby, and request an invitation, and then accept the invitation. They gotta do it very quickly. And that's how they switched to a different map. Because the lobbies are so big that they had to split it apart. The maps are also super big. I guess it makes sense that they would split the maps apart too. This is only one map out of the 3. We're still only in the other city. None of this is in the outskirts map. None of this is in the upper city. There's a whole bunch more stuff. Oh yeah, there's the little magic school area. They came up with their own whole magic elemental system for the characters to fit into. So it's a little bit less like, I don't know, people just making their own OCs about who knows what kind of weird magics and backstories. They have at least some kind of foundation to build onto. So there's some cool... Wait, do they look down? Do they look down in the pit? I need to look down in the pit. No! Dang it. For some reason, there's a pair of red eyes down on the bottom of the pit. But I don't know if there was ever an event where those eyes did something. There's just something down there. Every now and then, somebody throws food down to feed it. House. There's also a cool undercity / subway area that the Fontaine reminds me a lot of. It's got a bunch of vertical buildings, haphazard railways to walk along. It's a little more wood in the Fontaine, but still close enough. Back to the forest. That should be everything notable. Oh, and also there's an incinerator, because why not? A couple people fell into there. Don't worry about it. They were not okay. Well, one of them was okay. That's one of my favorite VR chat maps. It's not really detailed or pretty looking technically, but it's really big and there's a whole lot of different stuff. So it's cool to walk around and see what's there. And it's also very easy to get lost because of how big it is. Well, meanwhile, Singwee is still here. Elevator. Resurrection activated. Whoa. Hello there. Am I Rinasita? Why does this look like how I was expecting Rinasita to look? Wuthering Waves. Mostly because of Rococo. Start. Oh, his magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
No, wait, do that again. Wait, was it this one? Got it! You're supposed to find the box that went up at the start, right? Did I do it? There should be another wish list inside. Oh, wish list? What? Do I do the other one? Bonk. Is there a second one here? No, I was wrong. I thought I got the right one. This is so sad. Ta-da! What? Why did I see an interaction? Oh. Wish list. What? I didn't get to go to your wedding on Go Caesar. These bear thingies are called wish lists. find out what your shells even when I grow up, Uncle Caesar. You have to go on tour? Can you stay here with us, Uncle Caesar? Note. Oh my. The turn of wishes has rather exceeded my expectations. The wedding will be held very soon. And don't worry, you're all invited. The tour has already been scheduled, but I'll definitely be back. You'll always be welcome at my shows if you like magic. Caesar. I am confused. What does this mean? Why do the bears have messages from multiple people? Oh, this is a spooky room. That's weird. Oh, we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip. LYNEY, what are you looking at?
Books. Lots of books.
Okay, what else are you looking at?
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I was trying to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. I love secret switches. Ah, if I just move this book, then hopefully... And presto! Wow, I'm so good at this.
A secret passageway? How'd you know?
I rolled a 20 on investigation. I rolled a 20... Dang.
The joke doesn't land as well when I laugh at it before I can deliver it.
I rolled a 20 on investigation. I'm a magician too, and apparently, great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
Look. Nice. Up, up, and away! Hi there. Now watch this. I go on like... Monk. 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 And then they go kaboom! There they go. Is there nothing else here? I guess not. Elevator. Whee! More baddies! Spray! LYNEY, do something! Cat mode activated! Nice. Oh, I just talked to LYNEY. Is there some device in that box?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
Alright, see you in a bit. Solve the magical puzzle. LYNEY.
The placement of this device inside. If I remember correctly...
Is this an elevator? Do we gotta go up? And find the same thing but on the second floor? I cannot climb walls. Wow, I can't believe Genshin Impact is not a Breath of the Wild clone. I cannot climb every single wall surfacing the entire game. Unacceptable! What? Activate all the magic tips without stepping on the same one twice. What? Puzzle. Well, this makes no sense. Can I step off? No, of course not. Let me start again. Oh, it's finally puzzle time! Yay! I really like puzzles like this. This is why I'm so upset that they're deleting the TVs from Zenless Zone Zero. I love doing the puzzles in the TV mode, and now they're just gone! What the heck? Let me puzzle. Does this work? No. The right one doesn't go back down. Does the middle one ever come up? It does. Does this one ever go down? No. I obviously have to end at the top. Doesn't even get to me used to. This one gets you can't step on the same tile twice. It's kind of easy when you're on, huh? You don't say, Paimon. I'm attempting this. I'm trying my best. What do you want from me? I got it. I'm a genius. Boom! Ta-da! Good puzzle. It's in the shape of a hat. It's like a magician's hat. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get the puzzle? Hat. Oh! There's a hidden room here. Let's see. This bookcase is full of his own notes. He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Oh, dude. Mine's too advanced for Paimon. This book's thick as a brick. Let's take a peek inside, shall we? Oh boy, they're all yellow. That's scary. About the wish lists. Oh god, the diary has a voice. How is it talking? How does it do that?
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. Machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, my legs are sore. I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all of these things inside my hat?
About the children studying magic.
2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. Not much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they get home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not too uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed, I couldn't turn them down.
But Lorenzo's issues.
Seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately. But he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to wait, what? Sentence. I'll have to talk him around. That's a sentence. I have a good feeling about those kids. Naturally talented, and it seems like they're not too new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They are the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I feel they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to imagine what they must have been through. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them, so that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
That sounds like children of the House of the Hearth. LYNEY? Explain? By the farewell.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads.
LYNEY and Lynette?
I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission.
LYNEY and Lynette?
Sounds like their parents have other plans for them. I guess we'll be parting ways soon. It's only been 10 days since I first met them. but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities by now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have. They hide things from me, too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. And that's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard, and possibly even dangerous too. They're not like other children. It's a shame that I can't do more to help them. After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods, and that's why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that? P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said. Oh, Caesar. Caesar, just mind your own business next time.
Stop reading. Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Where have I heard that one before? Sounds a lot like he was writing about LYNEY and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask LYNEY. Oh. LYNEY! You have explaining to do. Oh. I didn't get stuck on the railing. LYNEY! Didn't they forget about Caesar? Because it doesn't seem like he knew. But also, he is very good at lying.
Shh, hold that thought. As expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Yeah, me too. Fishy? Uh-oh. What have you found?
All in good time. Before I go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magicians slot themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who is by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no, is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. I can really picture it. And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
Theoretically speaking? What do you mean?
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, not the dummy. He fell right onto the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least. And no one else has ever attempted the trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what I could gather from his notes and the relevant gadgets here in the workshop.
So, Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? I was about to say how cool it would be to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second. So if a dummy is supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get out?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. It's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At that point, the magician presses the button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to the ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions, and that takes an exceptional degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the populace performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician, but unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at this... words.
He was sabotaged, wasn't he? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The box was locked.
The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay, nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in his workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
Why do I feel like I've seen my parents watching some sort of detective show, or like a secret agent investigation show, where they were investigating one guy who was on a public presentation on TV that was recorded, and they were watching it back, and then one guy was watching the footage, and they're like, "Wait a second, look at his hands. Do you see the way his hands are folded together? Do you see that his left thumb is folded over his right thumb?" But if we look at any other image of this same guy in any other public presentation, we see he has always placed his right thumb over his left thumb. In most cases, this would be considered uncomfortable. So clearly, the person who was on presentation this one time is a faker in disguise because his hands are folded the other way. Wow. Yeah, that's the tell. That's the giveaway. I'm not sure where you're going with this. Well, how Caesar pretend to be right-handed?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will. So, as to avoid arousing a suspicion, the essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Maybe someone exploited that fact against him?
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times. To the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing, because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for keys, but you find your pocket empty. His mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, he lifted his hand. His left hand would be kept feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way.
But in this box, the gear is right there. Is that not the mechanism? There's nothing on the right side. I don't see the problem. Is that not the mechanism on the left side that he's reaching for with his left hand?
With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
When in reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him. Oh, so this is the real box that he was supposed to use. But LYNEY is guessing that the box that was used on the stage was a fake box which is not in this room. Okay. But how would they be able to make this switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have been. It would have to. That English is weird. It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side.
Have to have in English is like the same problem of putting that and that together. Like back to back in one sentence. Like in a sentence, someone that would apply to. Why do I have to say that, the same word back to back, in one sentence? Box which has the switch to the right. Lorenzo! Oh hey, you caught it. Good job, Kemi.
Isn't that right? Lorenzo! I turned to the side, dramatic camera pan outwards.
It's like a movie.
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who would go through all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with. But I gave you your chance. I helped you do what's good for you and back off, like the lady. But you disappoint me.
Get him! End him! Quick, children, beat him up! And also LYNEY. You mean Gemma? So you're the one who's been threatening her?
Yes? Although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him. But for some reason, you just wouldn't drop it.
By the way, why aren't they using guns? Good question. I have no idea. Like, if you think about playable Fontaine characters, Navi has an umbrella shotgun, Chevreuse has a pistol revolver thingy. There are a few characters who do have guns in Fontaine, but and also their technology in general is advanced enough that the police force are mechs, guard mechs. But then when I was fighting these goons earlier, they were just throwing knives at me. My best guess is probably something like either firearm laws or not as open as America. I have no idea what firearm laws in France. Maybe general public people aren't able to get their hands on firearms. Got a bit of British in them. I don't know. Or in France, they got a bit of France in them. Probably something to do with firearm laws. Probably just can't get their hands on them, even if they are criminals. Navi probably only has a shotgun because she's undercover and it's disguised as an umbrella, so most people don't know that it's a shotgun. And Chevreuse obviously has a gun because she is an official Maréchal hunter working for the opera house. She works for the court. There's a joke about British people always using knives in the streets. Oh. I forgot about that. Is that a French thing too? That should also apply here.
Which is why you just can't leave this place alive. Take them out. Make it quick.
They can't have guns. Yeah. Do your worst. Let me just go. Bonk. Bonk. And then they go kabooey! Oh, there's another one. And then they go kabooey! I am impressed you've survived until this point. Fine, I guess I'll have to use a higher percentage of my power! card! There we go, I got it. Oh no, things are still exploding. Cards! Oof. Good job, LYNEY. You did it.
You kids are tougher than you look.
I like that he calls us kids, because he actually got beat up by a bunch of lollies. A bunch of overpowered level 90 triple crown lollies. Knocked him down with cards. Oof.
Not enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar? If I had a moral for every time you've said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar. Everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me. So it was jealousy. Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours. It was just a hobby to him, never bothering to think about Mora. What sort of fool devotes his life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it? Me. I do. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I've heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing? Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense. But no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing but more than the life I already had.
I feel like this is a similar problem that a lot of game developers get. Where, like... Lorenzo's buddy, you're saying this stuff to the wrong person. Yeah, that too. But also, it's like, when you look at a video game, what's the thing that most people look at? If people really hate... I mean, instead of loving a character, it's the other way around. But if people really hate a character, what do they usually do? They go to Twitter and start harassing the voice actor. Why? The voice actor has nothing to do with who the character is, or their design, or what their skin tone is. Why are you harassing the voice actor? This was a massive problem when the characters for Natlin were all getting teased. It was not the voice actor's decisions what skin tones the characters that they're voicing would be. Harassing them does nothing. So you killed him? Why didn't you just leave? So you harassed the voice actors? Why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just stop playing Genshin? It's the same situation.
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of the Mora. There was nothing he hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me and would destroy me. I had to kill him. There was no other way. I had to go.
Facepalm, SMH my head.
And this was your only motive? It was reason enough. What other motive would I need? Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar. In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous. Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel? I am. Caesar was so strict with me. Insisted that his way was the right way. That the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
But I heard that the Phantom Weasel stole from the rich and the poor alike. Oh yeah, Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much it was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image that they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
Boy. Hello, I'm Mark. My dad came in and I gave him both of my phones. Because, like I mentioned yesterday, my phone was broken. Because I was supposed to get a new phone. But the new phone sucks. And it's horrible. And it ruined everything. So then I tried moving my SIM card back to my old phone, and now this SIM card is still broken and not even activating on my old phone. So both phones suck. So now he is taking both of the phones over to the phone place, and I'm hoping that they can figure out how to activate the SIM card on my old phone. And just do that and not do anything else. I'm really hoping they won't think, wait a second, this old phone is really old. So, you mean like, you want us to move the SIM card over to the new phone? And activate it on the new phone because it's new and it's better? No! I want my old phone! I want to return the new phone because I don't want it anymore. And I'm also really hoping that they won't have to do anything like factory reset my old phone. Or change the phone number in order to make the SIM card work. Because if they do, then I will lose a lot of account two-factor authentication stuff. And I don't know if I'll be able to recover them. Stuff like Discord and Twitch. You know, pretty important things that I need access to. So this could go horribly wrong, who knows? Getting a new phone was not supposed to go horribly wrong, but it did. Switching back to my old phone was not supposed to go horribly wrong, but it did. So now I have to hope, yet again, that fixing my old phone will not go horribly wrong and make everything even worse than it already is. Yeah, I got a new phone number. It's very annoying. Yeah. It sucks. One thing I could potentially do is, since I'm logged into most of these accounts already on my computer, like I have them saved, I probably don't need two-factor authentication to get in them. Maybe I could go to those accounts, go to the settings, and change the two-factor authentication without having to type in the old authentication code. Hopefully. I don't know, that depends on which account it is, on which website or app or whatever it is. Some of them require you to type in the code, the old code, in order to change it to a new one, which is weird. It's like when you're trying to change your email on an account, and they're like, okay, if you want to change your account settings, we have sent an email to your current email address to confirm that you are not a fake person. Why do you think I'm trying to change my email? I don't have access to the old one! Why? This is so annoying. I just want my old phone back. If I just never tried getting a new phone, none of this would have ever happened. That's why I've had the exact same old phone model for over... How long now? I think 8 years? Around 8 years. I've had the same phone. I never want to get any new phones, because every time I do, something gets messed up. Actually, we'll see if I still have a phone within... by the end of the day, I guess. Maybe it'll be after the stream ends. Because my voice is already starting to get worn out, so I'll probably end the stream as soon as we're done with LYNEY's character story quest. So I can rest my voice for Zenless Zone Zero. Then I'm gonna play a whole bunch of Zenless for the next week. Because there's gonna be so much stuff to do. There's the whole main story quest, which is like the big climactic finale of Season 1 of Zenless Zone Zero. There's Miyabi's character story quest. There's Harumasa's character story quest. There's whatever events there's gonna be, like the Pale... Not Pale Garden. Not Pallid Whale. The Pale something. Pale Factory? I forgot. There's gonna be so much stuff to do. Lorenzo!
I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel. So that's the story, huh? Well, if you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial. What choice do I have? A pack of wolves. You've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here. My last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do? So be it. I've enjoyed my power and wealth for the last 10 years. The likes that which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way, but I regret nothing. Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Yorichi, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Hooray! We did it! We got the bad guy. He got beat up by a bunch of children. Ha! Bruno! Hi.
LYNEY has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do confess to the murder of Caesar and the framing him for Phantom Weasel's crimes.
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? Hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay. Oh, looks like it's all over. Let's do the next one, eh? Shall we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point. We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. I'll give her some peace of mind. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure. It's eerily quiet. Why is it so quiet? Where's the music? I feel like there should be music playing right now. There it is. Now there's sound. Incoming! Hi, I'm back. You're back. Why do you keep landing here by doing a plunge attack from the sky? You could just walk normally. Story's basically done now, right? Because I didn't work now. Yeah, basically done, I'm pretty sure. Although, did we get a cutscene? I forgot. Usually there's always one really good fully animated cutscene during every single character story quest. I don't think we've seen that yet, so it'll probably be at the very end. And you made it now. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on. We've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not going to have any room left for dinner now.
That's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar. Also, I don't have to eat dinner. I could just eat dessert. The dessert is dinner. It was delicious. Dinner is less delicious.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken. Coming along now. Good with the rest of the character quest. Okie dokie. Bye bye. Have a good day. Did everything go okay? Of course! Lorenzo is no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak. That's amazing. I'm sorry. I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I... It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you, but we're finding it hard to trust strangers in your position too. But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious, but I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. And no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave, so I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all, truly. Thank you so much. LYNEY's suggestion, everyone goes to the cemetery to announce Lorenzo's arrest and hold a memorial for Caesar. Oh, people.
Thank God for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. I think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time. Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now. Thanks to your efforts.
If only I had realized before it was too late. Don't blame yourself, Chama. This isn't your fault. Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spend it feeling guilty. Cheer up, Chama. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits. Oh! Wait. Is the cutscene going to be LYNEY doing the same magic trick that Caesar tried doing? But LYNEY hasn't been practicing practicing it though. How? Is he gonna do it first try because he's just that good? They showed me a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor. Yeah, he's definitely gonna do it. In Caesar's honor? Oh, really? Thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Yorichi, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, he'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show. Wait, everyone feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never thought of the two kids who taught magic to LYNEY and did or not. Obviously it was, Paimon, we already know. LYNEY changed the topic back in the workshop, so I didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask LYNEY tomorrow evening. Boop. Oh boy! My favorite gameplay mechanic! Waiting! Oh, darn. No more waiting. Gameplay over. What a shame. Boop, boop. Sip of tea. Nyong. Bubble. Now I'm pretty sure it's cutscene time. Most likely. I am pretty sure. Hopefully. There's always at least one cutscene in every single character story quest. If it's going to happen at any time, it needs to happen now. There's no way it won't. Sigmund is so fast. She's so tall, she's so fast. Uh-huh. Yo, I'm here. I see Charlotte. My mom's excited to see another one of these magic shows. Oh wait. Oh that, shouldn't you be on stage by now? Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician LYNEY has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Like I said, he's gonna do the trick that Caesar was trying to do. Because nobody's ever done it. Wow, a new trick.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
LYNEY wows the audience with his skill. Oh. Yep, that's it. The show's over. The end. There's nothing left. That's what we came here for. That's the end of the show. Uh-huh. Good show, in it. I mean, LYNEY, you did it. Uh-huh. Yay! That's the end of the character story quest. We're done here. Exciting stuff, isn't it? Yes, it's just... it reminds me of him. No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma? Huh? Well, I was out on the street once and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow I felt drawn to him too. So I went up and asked him to do a trick for me. Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do? It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head. I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that. Aw, that's so cute! Actually, now you mention it, Line's done that one before. Is that right? It is the most romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone. Don't be sad. You're not allowed to be sad. That's right. It's all over now. I mean, it's all over now, but he's not back though, Paimon. He's still gone. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you. But at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can be easy at least, right? Right. Yes, you can be easy now, Phantom Weasel. What? See? Even Lynette says. Oh wait. What? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escape? Where is he? What do you mean, Phantom Weasel? As the Neon said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of chicks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it. What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle. Erji, Paimon doesn't like where this is going. Oh, come on, say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which LYNEY will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show, the one we've all been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now. I'm so confused, Lynette. What the heck are you talking about? Please explain. Again, this is the thing that I hate about Fontaine story quests. They keep making me think that I understand what's happening, and then they're like, psych, actually, we're pulling the rug out from under you. You're wrong, you're a stupid idiot. You don't understand anything at all. You are not following anything. Okay, thanks, I feel stupid now.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I am all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make. But thankfully, I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Me, I do, I like stories. Lineey, don't we have one important thing to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. What the heck is going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask, and as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really? Well, then let's hear it. Paimon's dying of curiosity here.
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine, she never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands.
Ooh, art.
But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down. Before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She'd create a scapegoat, a false weasel, to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So, So then what? Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained was to defame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime. I've gotta hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make me even wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I'm the villain in this tale. What brought this on, LYNEY? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel. In fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence.
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in that regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned, that's a word, and hated by all for 10 years. But you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his disguise? No, not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why had Lorenzo agreed to that? And why didn't he sell her out, even at the end, instead of admitting to being the weasel himself? And also, why the heck is Gemma injured?
Yes, why indeed. Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, LYNEY, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Oh, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have high value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I'd say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young, betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge wastepaper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly ragdolls from whatever scraps and materials she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed, and this time everything was taken from her. She felt this life was a miry pit. A miry pit? That's a word. That dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others in all its forms alike. I'll rob them of everything they hold to be good and true, and it'll fill the void in my soul. That's some pretty heady stuff. Now it all makes sense. Does this story satisfy you, LYNEY?
Yes, it is quite my taste. Thank you for helping me clear up my confusion.
So, what was with the warning letter? Huh, that's right. What told you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this ever would have come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. LYNEY, or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House. But why?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long and you're all grown up. I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? From, what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget. And so, we came to find you.
Supposed to you. And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted everything. I'm free.
Free. Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truths. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole. Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, playing along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what did he have to gain from all that? He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know deep down that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now, and I guarantee you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all. Gather round, one and all! The time has now come for the amazing LYNEY to perform its final act in tonight's show.
Yeah, we have been making that end wait for quite a while during this conversation.
I'm sure you're all wondering what is planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more, for the answer is a death-defying, high-altitude escape.
A high-altitude escape? 10 years ago, the trick that Caesar died attempting. Secret Stone, Demon King?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. That was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel. But we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real weasel has now confessed to their crimes.
そろそろ行くよ。
Guess that's my cue to leave.
いっぱい練習したマジックだけ
I've
ど。
been practicing this one for
や
ages
っぱり
now,
ちょっと緊張す
but
る
I'm
な。
still a little nervous.
Have you been practicing it for ages?
旅人、パイモン。
You ready,
これから
Paimon?
のショーを
I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
待ちなさい、リネ。
LYNEY, wait.
あなたたちは
You two hid a lot from
セサ
Caesar.
にいろんなことを
You
隠
went
して
towards
る
grave without ever knowing your
彼は
secrets.
死ぬまでその秘密
So
を
what
知らな
about
かった
now?
わ
Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever?
孤独への道に
You don't have to
繋が
tell
るのは
lies to
嘘
end
だ
up
けじゃない
isolated and alone. One day you'll end up exactly where I
あ
am
なたも
today.
私の今の気持ちを
Maybe then
知る
you'll
こと
finally
になる
understand.
いや、
You're wrong.
僕は君とは
I'm nothing like you. I'm a magician, not a thief. That comparison made about how magicians are different from thieves was foreshadowing from the beginning of the story quest. It all comes together.
So, what are you doing now?
お兄ちゃんの言う通り
Like LYNEY said,
会場の外
when
に
you're ready, let's head
マジックを
outside
やる
and
の
watch the show. But what about Gemma? We're just going to leave her here, wallowing in your own guilt. That's all. Nobody's going to arrest her or punish her or anything. She's just gonna go live her life in guilt. That's all.
大丈夫
She'll figure out what's
彼
best
女
for
の
her
敵
soon
に
enough.
全てを理解する
Oh, and if you'd like to see LYNEY after the show, you'll know
マ
where
ジッ
he'll
ク
be.
が終わって
The
お兄ち
usual
ゃ
haunt.
んに会い
Alright, well, let's go and watch this finale then. And this chick's a pretty dangerous one, but he should be able to pull it off, right? Watch the heart. Wait, hold on. Gemma,
私だけの真実
what is my truth?
時々
Sometimes
自分
I
を
think
バ
I'm
カ
like a
チンジのように
gambling
感じ
addict.
ることがあるわ
All I care about is winning, and it doesn't matter what's at stake.
気づいたら
By the time I come to my senses, I'm
もう
left with
何も残
nothing.
ってはいなかった
And if I had my time again. Yep, she's just gonna live her life normally, but feeling extremely guilty, that's all.
魔術師は怪盗
Magicians
とは
are
違
not
う
like thieves. LYNEY mentioned this at the beginning of the story quest.
怪盗が生むのは
Thieves only tear things apart. The good-hearted
心優し
magicians,
い魔術師
they
は
put things back
再会の
together.
チャンスを与えてくれ
I mean, LYNEY used a different analogy, but yeah. Yeah, same thing. Ah, it's daytime loading screen. Hello. Box. Oh, but here's the
少しの
cutscene.
ミステリーとサプライズに
Finally.
常識破りな何かでできている。マジックの勉強はつらい。一つの動きを何千回も練習するんだぞ。
大丈夫もう慣れてるからごめんなさいいろいろ教えてもらったのに全然本当のことを伝えてなくて
気にするな。私の言葉を覚えてるかい？この世界は元から嘘と偽りに満ちている。でも君たちはいつか自分だけの真実を見つけ出してくれ。
And Ned looks so bored.
あなたは自分の真実を見つけた
私の真実はマジックさ。偉大なマジックをやりたいんだ。このマジックといえばセサルだと思い出してもらえるやつをね。魔術師にとって最高の栄光だろ。
おい見ろ、密封された箱に入られました。無事脱出できるのでしょうか。10年前魔術師のセサルはまさにこの時に
ミステリー、サプライズ、常識破りな何か。そうだよね。栄光をあなたに返します、セサルさん。ちょっと遅くなっちゃったけど。
見た？さっき落ちた時花になっちゃったよね。
Hooray! He did it. Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next he turned into flowers.
一体どうやってやったんだ？
How could he possibly have done that?
本当に不思議です。
How mysterious.
瞬きもしなかった
I
のに
didn't blink once.
目の
He
前
just
から消えてしまったんですもの。
right in front of my eyes.
こんなに素晴らしいマ
Oh, and a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician LYNEY has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. I cannot script a better grand finale. It'll make a great headline for the steamboat tomorrow, even if I do say so myself. Oh, looks like everyone really loved today's grand finale. Even though they don't know the full story. But doesn't see LYNEY anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lyney said he'd be waiting for us at the usual haunt. But where is that? The cemetery? Question mark? Oh, I mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. The whole magic show kinda seems like LYNEY's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. So it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterwards. Alright, let's go look in there. Meet LYNEY on cemetery. I remember like almost 1 hour ago when I thought that the character story quest was almost over. How about now? Do I finally understand what the story is, or are they gonna pull the rug out from under me again? I need stamina. Hi there. Boing, 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 boing. Yung. Yo! What's up? LYNEY! There you are! Are you alright? I was scared to death when the chain broke. I was sure something gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. Magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tender hooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop. You learned magic from Caesar once, didn't you? When was that?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him.
An agenda?
I told you about my past before, right? As a young boy, I survived by secret learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done. But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar out.
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. We only spent 10 short days together, He was very good to us.
優しくしてくれた。
By contrast, we hid so many things from him.
むしろ僕たちの方こそ、例えば、
For instance,
なんで
when he asked me why I wanted to learn
マジッ
magic,
クを聞かれた時、
I answered, it's my
僕は好きだ
passion.
から。でもあの時は
But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for a magic talent, and then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved.
でもなぜか
What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips, even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth.
他人を信じられる
Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
LYNEY, I don't blame you.
まだ僕に気を使ってくれるん
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you?
でももう慣れ
But don't worry, I'm used to it by now. From the mansions of the elite to the house of the hearth,
ハウスを
lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go.
セサルさんがツアー
After
に
Caesar went on tour,
僕た
we
ち
became
もいろんな
busy with our
場所
own
に
missions,
遂行した
or with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel.
あの夜
That night, I remembered his
あの
smile,
人の笑顔が
but as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to
言葉を
him.
失ったよ。伝えられない秘密は
To
高い
keep
壁を
secrets
作っ
is to
て
put up walls. The longer you keep them
心を
up,
許
the
せる
less
人
you
が
let
次第
people
に少
in.
なくなっていく。
Then one day, you'll look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium
まるで
after a
ショーが終
show,
わった後の観客席
full of
みたいな
seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay.
僕、誰かを失って
You
初
only
めて
realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them
存在の大
completely.
きさを知る。
That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma, because I felt it for myself.
ジェマが必ず苦しむと確信した理由さ。
Don't be sad. This is the same as
僕
Paimon.
自身が
Don't be sad. You're not allowed to be sad. Just be happy. It's the cure to depression. Just be happy. Yeah, cheer up, LYNEY. We had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and Unity by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window. You know, Unity, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
そりゃそうさ。
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We're the truest thing each other has in the world. Nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it has left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and light never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but you remember every precious ray of light that shines through.
差し込んできた光の一つ一つをさ
Alright, time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the show tonight? Are you happy with it?
That was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the opera house just talking, and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. LYNEY, could you do just one more trick for us?
Well, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Oh, come on. Surely you can think of something. Paimon else can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Alright then, I'll give it a go. But only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand. We ain't going along with this.
Huh? Oh my goodness, you're right. I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Now have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
On the exact same spot it was before. Really? Let's see. ... You'll adore the Explorer prompt. Can you see the flower? Where is the flower? Do you think, Paimon? Oh, there it is! Muy bien! This is a different flower from the one last time, right? This one's called... Oh yeah, a rainbow rose! But more importantly, I would have to know how the trick is done! Please, LYNEY, pretty please!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Boy. Fine, please! Teacher, please!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share you one little tip with you. Namely, a student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourselves. Look at the time! We shouldn't linger here too long. Well, thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing you again.
Alright, fine. See ya. Shall we head back now too? But I can't wait to read this Timber tomorrow. Bet LYNEY and Caesar will be plastered all over it. Let's attend this Timber offices tomorrow morning until we can find out. Hooray! Oh, what do you mean there's a new quest? What do you mean there's a new quest? Why is there still more? I thought we were done! It just keeps going. Boop, boop. Ah, it is very much daytime. Thank you, loading screen. Oh, hi! The gang's all here.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, please, LYNEY. It won't take a moment of your time, if you'd be so kind. What's happening here? I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel. I was going to go to Pit this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that the Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom Weasel all along. That was quick.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Oh? Too late, bro. Oh, that was quick, you say. It sounds like I've got some catching up to do. Please fill me in. Oh, whoops. My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself in must have something to do with the latest performance last night.
Maybe watching my high altitude escape trick reminded her of the better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Oh, okay then. Wait, no, there must be more to it. I thought all it took for her to have a change of heart. How did it take her all the 10 whole years?
Well...
Charlotte's journalistic spirit is burning red. I'm gonna have to distract her somehow. Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. What happened between you? Quick fire question. Where did you all go after the show? Oh, we went to the cemetery, and then they did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because this reminds me of one. Guess what? LYNEY started using rainbow roses in his tricks. What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, it's not that. It's because I did not know anything about flowers until yesterday, and now I mean, next time I will give you one. I haven't gotten around to it. No,
What now? Oh, did Paimon say something wrong again, Yorichi? This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Yorichi? You just need to shut up, Paimon. You just need to shush. Just shush. Don't say anything. Not a single word. Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, never mind. There's always next time. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it. Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a web of complicated relationships there. Kinda blame me for being curious. Alright, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace. Bye for now! Lynette, I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her. Oh, really? Oh, thank goodness. You scared Paimon there.
You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least it did the job, right?
Please take care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it. Hooray! Finally, character story quest complete. It was an entire hour longer than I was expecting. Very long. I forgot how long the Fontaine character story quests are. I mean, look at our Lakinos. Of course they're long. Doi. But the new character story quests in Nowland feel like they got shorter after Fontaine, because technically the first two tribe reputation quests are also part of the character story quest. So all three of them combined are pretty long. That's why. Starting to figure out how long they usually are. Could be 2 hours, could be 3 hours. I think Mondstadt characters to quests were usually around 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then they slowly got longer and longer. Now they're around 3 hours. Some of them 3.5. A couple of them 4 because I kept getting distracted. Cool. I guess that is all for today then. Yay! We did it. My voice is worn out now. So that is the end of the stream for today. I need to make sure I rest my voice for Zenless Zone Zero! I'm too excited. You don't understand. You don't get it. You don't get it. It's 1.4. It's the biggest update in the entire game. They're complete. It's like a soft reboot. It's the big climax finale for the story. Everybody is here. It's Smash Bros. I'm excited. Anywho, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. Have a good day. I'll see you in Zenless Zone Zero in 2 days, I think, on Wednesday. Yeah. Bye bye.